Hello you guys, welcome back to a new video. Today's Vlogmas day 7 and I wanted to do something a little bit different for today's Vlogmas video. It's gonna be a sit down video and I'm gonna be talking a lot, but I wanted to film this video for a while now. I've just never had the chance, but what a perfect time to film this video because I'm filming every single day. And when I asked you guys what you want to see in Vlogmas this year, a lot of you said you wanted me to give an update on my health, talk about my weight loss, and touch on my overall health, because I mentioned a few times here and there I was having problems with my digestion, my gallbladder, and I've had to make diet changes because of all that. So this is gonna be a huge video. I'm gonna touch on all those topics. I had to write down a little list so that I can stay organized. I feel like this is so nostalgic. I used to film videos like this all the time when I first started my channel. I feel like it's just a really good opportunity for me to sit down and talk to you guys, answer your questions, because I also did ask you guys for any questions that you have regarding this topic. So we'll just get right into it. Grab a drink, grab some snacks. My drink of choice is a coffee, of course. I hope you guys enjoy this video. The way I want to do this is I want to separate it into different sections. I want to talk about kind of the backstory of my health, and then I want to talk about weight loss. I want to talk about my Peloton and give an update on my Peloton, how I'm liking that, because I've had it for a few months now and you guys have been asking for an update. And then I want to talk about my holistic health journey. I did start seeing a holistic doctor to help with some things, so I will try not to talk too much. I cannot make any promises, but let's just start back from when I started realizing I needed to make a change in my lifestyle. So around March of this year, I kind of woke up and I just realized I need to make kind of a change. And the way that I got woken up, there wasn't really something that happened. I just randomly woke up one morning and I was I feel so gross. I just slept 8 hours, but I still feel so tired, so sluggish, so bloated and overweight. I gained so much weight in the past year since COVID started. It was all that COVID weight that I gained. So it had been a while that I wasn't feeling good, but one day I woke up and I just felt so gross. Just that feeling of being so unhealthy. I hate that feeling of you know, eating junk food and not working out and just living such an unhealthy lifestyle. I hate that feeling. So I woke up one morning in March and I was I cannot do this. Or that actually might have been February, because I think around the time I was feeling that way, I ordered a Peloton, which I wish I did months ago, because the Peloton seriously changed my life and made me love working out again. And I talked about that in my video, how I lose 50 pounds in 5 months, that has 4 million views. That's my most viewed video on the channel. That's how a lot of people found me on YouTube. But I talked in that video, I was saying how spinning was my workout of choice. It's the only workout I liked and that I enjoyed, and the most effective workout. Obviously you burn so many calories, so I found that I love spinning. So after COVID happened, all the studios closed, couldn't really go anywhere, I resorted to doing cardio at home, or once the gyms opened back up, I would do cardio in the gym. But the thing is, I don't like cardio unless it's spinning. So I was just having a lot of, you know, conflictions and all that. So in the beginning of February is when I woke up and I was just feeling icky, and then a couple days later I was I'm doing it, I'm ordering the Peloton, I don't care, we're gonna find a place for it in the apartment. I think I also noticed what made me change is on my birthday, because my birthday was in February, I was looking at photos of myself from my birthday and I just wasn't happy with how I looked. It was so obvious I gained weight and I just didn't look good, and so that made me uncomfortable in my skin. Around that time is when I was I need to make a lifestyle change. So my Peloton came around the beginning of March, and I went from working out maybe 1 day a week to 5 times a week, which was awesome. I saw my body change, I felt better, I started eating better too. So I did that for about a couple months up until June, and then I got COVID in June, and COVID really hit me very hard. I had COVID for a month, just the effects I felt for a month, and I have asthma, so it was really hard. And up until this day I still cannot work out properly without using my inhaler every 5 minutes. COVID really affected my health in terms of my weight. All the weight that I lost in the previous months I gained back after I got COVID, because I just physically was unable to work out. I could not breathe. I could not do cardio for more than 2 minutes without feeling I had no air in my lungs. So if you have asthma, you understand what I'm talking about. It's really a struggle out there, so especially when you have COVID. Yeah, I stopped working out. I just stopped caring about what I was eating, and I just did whatever. And so I was just living that way up until the beginning of October, and that was my next wake-up call, because I went to the doctor, and the doctor, you know, you have to check for your weight, and so I saw what my weight was and I was like, oh my gosh. And I've talked about in the past how I don't like having scales. I don't like to check my weight on a scale because that messes with your head, and also like a lot goes into your weight, like muscle mass and all that. So that's why I never really relied on the scale. But after I went to the doctor, I was like, nope, we gotta start checking the scale just so I can like keep myself on track. So I ordered a scale on Amazon, and then that's when I upped my workouts back to 5 times a week. I still have problems breathing, but it's not as bad as like back in the summertime. I'll get into working out later, just giving a background story. So yeah, October is when I started working out 5 times a week. And that's also when I made serious diet changes, and that's also when I started talking to a holistic doctor. Both me and Anto started talking to the same holistic doctor, both for our own health reasons, each of our own health reasons. We're both going through like different things. So for me, it was my gallbladder. So I think that's pretty much the background. I think it's been about 9 weeks since I started working out 5 times a week, and since I started eating healthier foods for my body. Oh, and another wake-up call in October, around the same time when I went to my doctor, is when I started experiencing very severe digestion pain, like stomach pains, and also gallbladder pains. So just like a very brief background about my gallbladder, I first found out that I had gallstones in 2019. I did all the scans and the tests. They said my gallstones were like stable, they were okay, but they are there, so like just to like be aware. So the pain went away for a couple years. I haven't felt pain in 3 years up until October, like 2 months ago. And then in my head I was like, I need to make serious lifestyle changes. I need to change my diet, because that's probably why I'm feeling this gallbladder pain. I mean, I know it's not all diet, but it does play a big part. I seriously ate super clean. I just ate all like vegetables, all fruits. I literally googled foods that help the gallbladder like kind of flush out, because contrary to popular belief, you can cleanse your gallbladder naturally. You don't have to get it removed. So I am trying to avoid surgery at all costs. I did get my ultrasound back, and my doctor told me that my gallstones are still in stable condition, and the pain did go away after a few weeks, but the pain did go away because I started eating healthy. So I'll get more into that later, but that's basically a brief background on my health. So I'll start off with the diet changes I made, because I feel like that's kind of the biggest reason why I started feeling better and why I was able to lose weight, because it's all about your diet pretty much. So Anto started talking to this holistic doctor before I did, and he was on this meal plan. So I actually followed his meal plan until I got my own. My meal plan is pretty much the same as his, but pretty much it's a no dairy diet except for like egg whites. You can literally eat so many foods. So basically for each meal, there's 3 meals a day and then 1 snack a day. And then for each meal, you need to have 1 serving of protein, 1 serving of a healthy carb, and then 1 serving of a fat, meaning like, you know, healthy fats like olive oil, nuts, or like avocados. Yeah, serving of protein, carb, fat, and then you also need 4 cups of veggies each day. So that's the meal plan I'm currently on, making sure I'm getting all those food groups with each meal. That has seriously helped me to lose weight, and I cut out things like bread, and I think that seriously made a huge difference in seeing my body change, because I used to eat bread every day. I used to eat avocado toast every morning, and I didn't cut off all carbs. Like I still eat sweet potato, I eat brown rice and all that, so carbs are still in my diet, but like healthier carbs, I should say. Eating 3 meals a day that were like full and like full servings with every single like food group, that seriously helped me. That on top of working out 5 days a week, that's pretty much how I saw changes. So in terms of workouts, like I said, I try to do 5 days a week, but sometimes it's 4 to 6 times. 3 of those days I'll do Peloton, and then I'll accompany that with something like Pilates. Peloton has strength training classes, so I'll do like arms or legs or something to accompany my cardio. I don't do just cardio, you have to do weight training too. And then the other like 3 days I'll go down to the gym and I will do like weight training down there. I'll do, you know, legs one day and then arms one day and then abs one day. So I try to do everything and fit it all in, and I try to like spread it all out. Like I'll like alternate every other day. Like I'll do Peloton on Monday, we'll go down the gym Tuesday, Peloton Wednesday. But that's not always how it is. There are some weeks when I will just like ride on the Peloton for 5 days in a row, and it really just comes down to convenience and time. Sometimes I have no time to work out during the day, and it'll be 11 o'clock at night and I'll feel like kind of antsy, and I'll be like, I didn't work out today, like that's not good. So I will do like a quick like 20 or 30 minute ride on the Peloton at 11:30 at night. So that's why I'm so happy about the Peloton. It is so convenient. It's just right there. I can go on it anytime I want. I don't have to wait for a time or for instructors, and you know, that's why I like it better than going to a class, because it's convenient, it's on my time. Now we will get into the Peloton and my update on it, how I'm liking it, the results I've seen. Overall, I am obsessed with my Peloton. I have absolutely no regrets. If I had to do it all again, I would actually buy the Bike Plus. I have the basic bike. There's two different versions, I believe. There's the basic one and then there's the plus one. And the main reason I would probably get the plus, which I think is an extra $1,000, is because of the screen on the Peloton. It turns so that you can, like, you know, do your workouts. And you can turn the screen to face it whichever way you want. So the reason I would want that is because my Peloton is in the corner, like, of the room right now, and I can't do like full body workouts with that screen. I do have the app and I mirror it on my TV and I do it in the living room, so that's how I do that. But if I could like choose again, I would definitely choose the Bike Plus. And they have different packages. I didn't get any package, but they have a package that comes with like the shoes and the mat and the weights and like a jump rope or something like that. And I had to buy my mat separately on Amazon. So if you don't want to do a package, you can buy like all the accessories on Amazon. You can even buy the shoes on Amazon too. You don't have to buy the Peloton shoes. I bought Anto's shoes on Amazon because he rides the bike sometimes too. So yeah, you don't have to buy those packages. But honestly, I just feel like either bike is good. I like my basic bike, so it's all about your preference and like your budget. In terms of changes I've seen, I noticed after riding it for a while, my endurance has really built up a lot. I like felt like I could go farther and longer, and I don't know, it's just such a good mental experience too. Like when I used to go to Soul Cycle or like other spin classes, I would feel so like a brand new person. There used to be classes where I would just cry because of how good it felt mentally. Like I felt like such a relief, like a release of all of my negative emotions. So even with the Peloton, I still feel that way. It's not the same as an in-person class, though. I will admit that it's not the same as like being in a group surrounded by people, having your instructor right there yelling in front of your face like in person. It's not the same as an in-person experience, but it's still such a good feeling riding the bike and just like releasing all the negative emotion. I've noticed my legs feel stronger. I noticed they are a little bit more defined, and my legs were the first part of my body that started to slim down first. I usually lose weight really quickly in my waist area. That's where I lose weight first, and then also in my face. My legs have always been my problem area. I've always had thick thighs since I was a little girl, so that was always like my problem area. But just like riding that bike so often, I really felt like my legs were slimming down the quickest. Also, I felt like my arms, like I feel like more definition in my arms. I do arms like 2 to 3 times a week, but also like just having like supporting your body on the bike, like you're like holding on to the handles of the bike and like you have to like really like support yourself. I feel like just doing that alone really helped with my arms as well. So I saw a difference in my arms and legs, and the classes I take differ like every week. I tend to do the 45-minute classes the most, but sometimes, just depending on how much time I have or how busy my day is, I'll do a 30-minute class. But last night it was literally 11:45 and I decided to start working out, and I did a 20-minute class just to like get some type of movement in for the day. So it depends. Sometimes when I'm feeling really like energetic and really like excited, I'll do a 60-minute class. They do have 75-minute classes. I've never done one of those before, but maybe soon I'll take one of those. Cody is the only instructor I like take classes now from, because he is the most entertaining and he really does push you. Like he does not, like, no breaks are taken during his class. He really pushes you. So I really like him as an instructor. Let me talk about my weight and how much weight I've lost. So since I started taking this seriously back in October, I've lost a total of about 10 pounds. The thing is, I'm trying not to look too much at my weight. I'm kind of looking more at how I physically feel and how I look in like photos and just how I look to myself. Because what I found out is that this time around, I'm losing weight a lot slower than when I did this whole journey back in like 4 years ago when I lost 50 pounds. I'm losing weight slower, and I think it's because I'm doing a lot more like weight resistance and like weight training, and I'm gaining muscle. Even though I'm losing pounds slowly, I'm not too hard on myself because I know that I'm gaining a lot of weight and muscle too. So the fact that I lost 10 pounds in, what has it been, 9 weeks, I'm really happy with that. I still want to lose about like 10 to 15 more pounds, and then I think I'll be happy. I think that then I'll be back to my pre-COVID weight. So yeah, I'm happy with that weight loss so far, and everything that I said previously has helped contribute to that. the cutting out processed foods, cutting out bread, sticking to that meal plan of 1 carb, 1 fat, 1 protein, 4 cups of veggies a day, and working out 4 to 6 times a week, doing a lot of cardio, but also mixing in a good amount of weight training and weight resistance as well. I think the main thing is you got to find a workout that you love, because if you're just working out and like you're so unhappy every time you go to the gym or working out, that's why I wasn't able to lose weight during COVID, is because I didn't have a workout that I loved. But when you find something that you love, it doesn't matter if it's just walking. Like, you can just walk for an hour a day, get your 10,000 steps in. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to mention. I also bought an Apple Watch this year, and I started keeping track of how many steps I take during the day. And there was a point, and I need to get back to that, but there was a point when my goal was to get 10,000 steps a day. And so I was just walking everywhere. Like, even when I was in my apartment, like doing nothing, I would like walk around the kitchen counter. Like, I would walk in circles as I was like on my phone, like posting like stories. Oh my God, sorry, my camera just died because I'm talking so much. Okay, I'll try not to make this video much longer, but as I was saying, yeah, walking is such an effective way to lose weight. If you don't like cardio, if you don't like running and that type of stuff, all you have to do is just like walk. Like, do the 12-3-30. The influencer Lauren G, I don't know how to say her last name, but you guys probably know her. She made the 12-3-30 workout popular. That's when you walk for 30 minutes on the treadmill at 3 miles per hour at a 12 incline. So, you know, you can do stuff like that and just try to get your steps in. Like, that's an effective way to work out and lose weight too. So that's another thing I was doing. I really tried to walk a lot. So on top of my workouts, I was walking a lot, keeping track of my steps, and I would try to work out about like an hour a day. So I would do like 45 minutes on the Peloton and then like 15 minutes of weight training. Sometimes it was more than an hour, sometimes it was less, but I would try to average about an hour. And I would use my Apple Watch to like keep track of my workouts, and you can choose what workout you're doing. So I would choose indoor spinning, and then I would choose like strength training. And you know, it's a good way to see like how many calories you're burning, how many minutes you're working out. It's a really great way to keep track. So I recommend an Apple Watch for working out. I know there's other watches out there that can help with that too if you don't want to get an Apple Watch, but the Apple Watch seriously like helped me keep track of my workouts. So honestly, it is a big combination of things that helped me get to where I am and helped me stay on this healthy track. I think another big thing in terms of diet that has helped me be successful this time around is that I allowed myself to have cheat days. I would probably have a cheat day like once a week, and I changed my whole mentality around that. In the past, I used to think if I had a cheat day that it was all over. It's ruined. It's like, might as well just continue to eat bad because I already ruined it one day. There's no point. One day does not affect your body. So I allow myself to have a cheat day every now and then. I do not beat myself up about it. I just get up the next morning, I have a workout, I eat healthy that day, and I'm feeling better. And it just stems down to not restricting yourself, just finding foods that are healthy that you love. Me and Anto found so many meals and foods that we love that are healthy and that like don't make us feel like we're on a diet. Like, we love oatmeal now. We eat oatmeal as dessert sometimes. We try to change up our meals. Like, in the past, we would just eat straight up chicken and ground turkey, and we would think that was the only protein you can have to lose weight, but there's so many others, like fish. We eat fish all the time now. We eat like turkey, like actual turkey that you eat on Thanksgiving. We cook that. We make like little steaks here and there. So we learned to love eating healthy foods. We didn't miss the processed and the sugary and the bad foods. Like, that wasn't even on our mind because we felt so fulfilled by what we were eating already. And you know, just finding things to replace unhealthy choices. Like, I love eating Greek yogurt after dinner too for a like dessert. Like I said, oatmeal surprisingly like replaced my sweet craving because we would put like honey on it, we would put like bananas on it, and it turned out so good. And also I found with my meal plan, eating the 1 protein, 1 carb, 1 fat at every meal, I feel like it keeps me full longer. So that's why you really shouldn't restrict yourself and just eat like little tiny portions, because you're gonna end up being hungrier, and then that's gonna lead you to like binge eating at night, which is what I used to do when I used to be on diets. But now with this meal plan, I'm getting a good amount of protein, a good amount of fat, a good amount of carbs in my with every meal. So I feel more fulfilled, I feel more satisfied, and it really has helped with my indigestion and my GERD. And that's another reason why I started using that holistic doctor, is because I really wanted to help work on that. So this meal plan seriously has helped, and cutting out the dairy I think is another reason too. And then I got a question about how I stopped the cravings, and I will be very honest, being on that meal plan, because it was so unrestrictive, I didn't get any cravings. I think the only craving I got was like for sweets, and what helped me was just finding substitutes, like I said. So yeah, just trying to find healthier substitutes that can replace your cravings. Also, I read about this a while ago, and so I've been doing this ever since. If you're craving something, the first thing you need to do is like drink a full glass of water. I forgot what article that was, don't quote me on this, but apparently like when you're craving something, that means like you're dehydrated and you're thirsty. So if you drink a glass of water, like that craving will just go away. So I do that sometimes when I get cravings, and it actually helps. So I don't know if it's mental, if it's like a placebo effect, but you could try that. Try drinking a full glass of water if you're craving anything. And drinking a ton of water, I forgot to mention, is another big thing that's helped. I have my big hydro flask with it, which is 40 fluid ounces. Honestly, I refill that like 5 times a day. I drink so much water due to the fact that I'm like always active or doing something, or that I talk so much and I get so dehydrated. I'm also an anxious person, so I drink water out of anxiety. So I don't know if that has to do with it, but just drink a ton of water. It really just helps cleanse your body and flush everything out. And I think what also really helped me was cutting down sodium and sugar. I really try to eat things with 0 sugar and 0 sodium, or like light sodium, because the more sodium you eat, the more bloated you get. So I noticed after I cut sugar and sodium out along with bread, and after I started working out and sweating so much, I saw like my face change, and I saw like my body change. Like it definitely was all bloating, and like all the water weight was like going away, but that made such a difference. Like within the first 2 weeks I started like working out seriously. Yeah, honestly, it's just so much. I need to write a list for you guys to like put all my thoughts together so you can like see what worked for me. I think that's all I really wanted to touch on. I will link the website of the holistic doctor that I started talking to in case you guys want to check it out. He also helps with weight loss. If you're looking to lose weight, they like can help you come up with like meal plans for that. But the reason I specifically talked to him is because of my like gallstones and digestive problems, which I feel like have really improved ever since I started taking his supplements and you know, being on his meal plan. So I'll link that in my description. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna write like a checklist in my description of everything I did to help with my weight loss and my health journey. So I'm going to end this vlog here. I know it was a very chatty, very long talking video. I hope you guys enjoyed it regardless. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.